This is the reason why 90% of the women living in New York City get taken for granted. Hello ladies, thanks for tuning in. Before we start, please like and subscribe, and don't forget that you can take my free femininity quiz in my description box to know how feminine you are. Today I want to talk about the reasons why many women get taken for granted in big cities like New York, Los Angeles and all of that, but it's actually applicable to all women in the world, because I think that there aren't any differences when it comes to dating relationships in the Western world. Well, in other areas of the world, women are less focused on, well, not just women, but like both genders are less focused on love, and romantic relationships are more, common in the Western world because we marry for love, whereas in other civilizations it's less common, and they tend to marry like, as a transaction. So yeah, for those of you who care about, marrying for love, watch till the end, because I want to help you get taken seriously when dating. So the first reason why many women get taken for granted is that, they are very beautiful, pretty, they have a good heart, and I'm sure you have friends like that around you as well. They are very pretty. You don't understand why they get taken for granted, why men end up cheating on them, they don't give them princess treatment, even on social media as well, right? You see women like Katya Ellis Henry, like she's beautiful, she seems very sweet and all of that. You can see that she doesn't struggle, getting male attention. Same for Brittany Renner. You can see that those women don't struggle at all with getting men attention, but they get cheated on. You might not understand why, and you might think, yeah, all men are cheaters, all of that, but that's not that at all. Some men don't cheat, and you need to understand that you can be extremely pretty, extremely sweet and all of that, but it doesn't mean that you understand men well and you are capable of magnetizing a man. Well, everyone is capable of magnetizing a man, but by that I mean that right now you developed the skills to magnetize a man. So you see, at the beginning, many women, well, some women are like that. They aren't too much into the guy, so they don't do much. They let the guy seduce them and all of that. And once they start to fall in love, they think, okay, he showed me that he was serious. He did this and that for me. I can trust him, and now we can be together, and things gonna be easy. It's gonna commit. We're gonna get married. We're gonna have kids. Blah blah. My life gonna be perfect and easy. But it doesn't work like that. You need to understand the male psychology. When men date, they look for the chase. They don't look for catching. So you need to make sure that in the way you interact with them, in the way you carry yourself, you make yourself available for being chased, not catched. Okay? So if you work on that mindset, it's gonna be easy for you to be taken seriously when dating. Another reason why a lot of women in big cities like New York get taken for granted is that they don't have standards and they don't have values. So let me give you an example. The other day I made a post on Instagram where I said that I was against Shane because, they are into modern slavery and all of that, and I gave other alternatives to help women following me to level up. I wrote a long copy, I explained everything, I gave explanations on how you can level up and all of that. But you know what are the comments that I got? Oh, Shane is cute and affordable. You see, a lot of women are like, yeah, I want princess treatment, I want a man of value and all of that, but don't even have values themselves and they stand for nothing. Listen, it doesn't work like that. If you want a high value man, you need to stand for something, you need to have values and integrity. This is what makes you attractive, and this is how you're gonna develop your self-esteem as well. So I want to challenge you here. What are the values that you can start living? And I know that not many women will be doing that, because most people aren't into personal development, and most people aren't committed to their values. They aren't ready to die for what they stand for. But you have to stand for something. Okay, those are the women that magnetize. Those are the women people respect because they have a high self-esteem. You do not have a high self-esteem if you don't have values. What's happening right now is that you don't stand for anything, so it means that you don't even stand for yourself and don't respect yourself. I want you to keep this in mind. The relationship that you have with yourself is the reflection of the relationship that you're gonna have with the world. So when you tell me, oh, Shein is cute, when I give you alternatives to buy cheaper clothes that don't involve, slavery, it means that you stand for nothing, because I don't know what else can you stand for if you don't even stand for others, if you don't stand for human rights. I mean, come on now, okay? So If you don't have self-respect, you won't attract a high-value man. Okay? If you don't have self-respect, you won't attract great people around you, male or female. It works like that because people who have values, integrity, and all of that, they want people like that as well. They admire people who are like that, and they want to be with people who can elevate them. Okay? So keep this in mind. Another reason why a lot of women get taken for granted, it's because they neglect their looks. So a lot of women don't understand this, and I can understand why, because today on social media you see some body positive pages who kind of shame you for wanting to level up. I'm all for, body neutrality. I'm all for loving your body even with flaws, and not comparing yourself with other women, and not starving yourself to have a flat stomach. I'm all for it, but I also want to remind you that it's okay to take care of yourself. It doesn't make you a shallow person. Okay? I also want to say that it's okay to want to level up. It's okay to want to have a nicer bum. It's okay to want to look better. It doesn't make you a shallow person. It's okay for you to want to level up physically. It's okay for you to glamour. It's okay for you to wear hair. It's okay for you to want to slim down a little bit. That's okay, as long as you do it in a way that doesn't harm you. But yeah, I want you to know that it's important for you to look good, and not just because you're gonna attract a man, you're gonna be hit on more and all of that. No, that's not that at all. That's also because when you take care of yourself, you apply your makeup, you dress up well, you dress up nicely, and all of that, you send love to yourself. And when you do all of that for yourself, you're gonna see that you're gonna carry yourself differently. You remember that TV show, The Chameleon? So do you remember Jared? I don't remember the full story, but I remember him having to dress up like the role that he had to take. So for example, if he had to be a pilot on that day, he would dress like one, he would work in that field as well, and all of that. That's the same thing with you if you want to be perceived as a femme fatale. And by the way, I'm working on a blog so that you can have more articles on how to be a femme fatale. I'm gonna give you tons of tips every week. So yeah, if you want to read the articles soon, make sure to join my mailing list, because this is where you're gonna get all the updates. If you want to be perceived like a femme fatale, you need to dress the part, you need to embody that. And the fastest way for you to do that, well, the first step, not the fastest way, I would say the first step, because I would not say that this is the fastest way, I would say this is like the first step, right, to be perceived as a femme fatale, is dressing up nicely. So you need to understand what fits you, what fits your body type, because we all have a unique body. You can have, a pear-shaped body, but it's gonna look different from what I have. For example, I'm pear-shaped, like I don't have tits, I have a squat bum, I have strong legs, and I also have, a short torso and long legs. Another woman can also have, a pear-shaped body, but she can have, wider hips, more boobs as well than me, a longer torso. So you see, you need to know that, yeah, if you have a longer torso, you won't dress the way someone with a shorter torso might do. So those are the little things that you need to master. And this is something we go over when we work together. If you are interested, you can book a free discovery call with me. You need to build systems and processes that allow you to look bomb in no time. You work, you need to cook and clean for yourself and all of that. So it's completely normal that you feel overwhelmed. And the last thing that you have in mind is like, getting ready and looking like a femme fatale when you have so much on your plate, right? This is the reason why you need to have, systems and processes that allow you to make that faster. There are ways for you to look good. You don't have to wear sweatpants all day. The other day I was talking with a friend, and I sent her a video on Instagram that says that reel was basically, showing a woman dressing up nicely, during the day. And the reel said, yeah, this is your sign that you don't need to keep your best outfits for special occasions. And that friend told me, yeah, I really wonder why some people think that you only have to dress up on some days. And I told her that I think it came from church. So in French, we have an expression that's basically about dressing up as if it was Sunday. And the reason for that is like on Sunday, you're supposed to, well, if you go to church on Sunday, when you go to church, you're supposed to dress up nicely, right? It's kind of a way for you to show respect to God and to your community, right? Everyone wants to dress nicely and is expected to dress up nicely. And yeah, in France, we kept the expression. So it's like, we call it endimanché. So I don't have the exact expression in English, the exact translation. Maybe you have something similar. If you do, please let me know in the comment section. But yeah, it's basically about dressing up nicely for as if it was Sunday. I want you to understand that you should not keep special clothes for special occasions, because think about it, like it means that you're gonna have to buy a lot of clothes, because if you need to have clothes for the office, clothes for when you go brunching with your friends, clothes for when you go to church, that's a lot of clothes to own. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to understand that you don't have to own so many clothes for different occasions. You need to learn how to dress it up and how to dress it down. This is the secret. One way for you to dress down is by changing the shoes, for example. So instead of wearing high heels, you can wear ballet flats. And one way to dress up can be how you glam up. It can be your accessories as well. You see, one way to be appropriate for the office, it can be, you know, wearing a shirt on top of your dress, for example. You see, and you can tie a little knot. Those are the little tricks that you can implement to keep the same clothes, but you just, you know, dress it up or dress it down. So you see, the main reasons that cause the modern woman living in big cities to be taken for granted is how she takes care of herself, her level of femininity, her level of self-respect, and her lack of values. So you see, the main reasons that can cause men to take you for granted are your lack of values, your lack of integrity, you don't take care of yourself because you're afraid of looking superficial, your lack of understanding of the male psychology, you don't understand that you truly need to magnetize them, not just be cute and sweet. And you can also see that all the things that I just mentioned can be changed, and it's up to you.